Hey there, folks. Time to do a retro CSS battle. This is a CSS battle from the past, June 5th, 2024, which I have never successfully gotten to 100% with, and I'm going to try again today. Let's go for it. I'm going to put orange on the background, and I think that the approach that I'd like to take today is a clip path around the outside. So let's see if I can get that done. So here we go. Ready? Here we go. Radial gradient. All right. So I'm already inconsistent. I'm already scared of this problem. All right. So let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm gonna create an element that's just the right size. 7, and sorry for the banging here in the background. If you can hear that, I don't know if you can. It's all right. 92, 93, 94, 95, 6, 4, and then a little taller, 120, 115, and I guess I'll do a linear gradient down. Okay. It's really about blocking in whatever I can in terms of color. So I'm going to do this 20% and then white just to get the start so I can see the contrast and try to narrow in that shape. 100, 100, 110, 20, 115, 114. Okay. Is the height right? 4, 5, 6, 5, 115. Okay, so the pieces and parts of this, I kind of wonder if I can do a radial gradient to do part of this, which is why I was talking about a radial gradient. Radial gradient, circle at 75%, 75%, white, 50 pixels, and transparent. So that's the kind of the thing I'm getting at there. And I feel like it's possible maybe 6, 8, 9, and a little higher, 4, 3, 2. Like that's maybe a start. Yeah, that's maybe a start. So let's do another one. And this one we're going to do at 21%. See how that gets kind of at the right thing? Just call it 72. I think that's okay. And then what if we can do the inner part of this as well? And do it at a circle at 100%, 50%, and then this shape, like 40 pixels. I think it's smaller and then transparent. Again, sorry for the banging. And then move it over. Little, okay, circle at 50, 100%, 110. So like Yeah. So see how we're kind of doing that there. Like this is, I actually don't. I suspect I'm not going to get to 100%. But I you know, I'm just sort of foolhardy enough to kind of go for it. All right. Minus 10%, 50%, and then 70. There it is. Like it's kind of right. All right, so it's a single element, and now let's do a clip path. So we did the top curves and the top orange part, and that's a clip path. And I'll start with a polygon to get the initial points, and it's 0, 0, 100% 0. And then 100%, 50%, and then 75%, 80% or something, maybe lower, 90, or maybe further over, 80, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 50%, 90%, 95, 96, 97, 98, 97. And then the opposite would be 50% and 90%. And then the opposite of the other one would be 0, 50%. Okay. So let's move the first one over a little bit more. Ah, 2%. There we go. 2, 3, 4. And I guess I want to do 50%, 0, comma. Okay. So then 5, 6. So 6, and then this is 94. I apologize. These numbers probably don't mean anything to you. I'm going to put a background color of red. You can see kind of the shape that I'm making there and see the weird gangly shape that I've made. There we go. Maybe that's good. All right. So that's a polygon version. Not a good score yet. Let's do a submit and submit the not good score. Fun. Waiting for the back end to respond. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so next, let's turn this into a shape. And I've got a few other videos where I've done shapes like this. So we do from, and then line to each one of these lines. And that should be a valid syntax. And then we end it with a last line to the original 6% 0, and then the word close. I don't know if all of these are necessary, but I have found when I'm trying to do these by hand that they are helpful to me. So that's why I'm doing it. So from 6% 0 to the middle top to the right top. So these are all good. And then we do a curve to and then it all breaks 50% with 75%, 25%. Okay, so we want to go further. $80, $88, $89, $91. Basically, I'm just eyeballing it and saying keep changing numbers. Until I get the shape that I want. And it's not easy. So is that a curve? Not really very much of a curve, is it? So the question is, am I better off with just a line 2 there? Because that curve is not meaningful? I'm not yet at the curve? Let's do this one. Curve 2. Okay. I'm just gonna keep, yeah, that's 2, 3, 4. I hate this. Oh, so I've been avoiding this video for a long time. I thought that I would have, with this new approach, I'd have a little better luck, and I'm not having better luck. It just does not feel right. Like I've overthought it, really. Because I got the background and the other thing happening, and I just don't think it's a very good solution to this problem. So let's get rid of this. So if I were smart, how would I do this? Can I create a radial gradient where the orange is the orange outside covers this? Maybe. So how do we do this? Right now we've got this background is that, right? You can't see any of that. So what if we did a radial gradient that's at 0, it's at 100%, and then has a width of 50%, and then a height of 100%. Or a height of 50%. And we do a circle, transparent in the middle, and then we need a no repeat, comma, then red. Do we see something? Yes, we do. Okay, so we want it to be taller. Let's make it 60%, 70, 80. Okay. So I've got this weird red. Let's make it 60 pixels, 0. circle at. Okay, it's not totally bonkers. Where do we put it? To. That conceptually, that's the idea. How about 50, 60? About 34. 35. Okay, now I'm going to use the orange just because that's actually where we're trying to go. That's not terrible. This I think I found an approach that I like, and again, surprisingly, well, not surprising at all, it involves more gradients. So now we're going to do the opposite on the x-axis. So what's that? 78. Okay. Let's submit that. I think this is where I'm going to stop. You know, if you're interested to do this better, properly, so that's 99.9%, and I'm going to take it. I'm taking it and getting out. It's too alarmingly depressing. Now I've made the shapes, right? Like the shapes are not wrong, really. They're just not good. It's quite an exercise to do these oddball shapes. I've tried versions with elements that are circles and then have radial gradients inside them. I've tried versions with block elements with 0 and then a number border radius to create that kind of football, you know, or rugby ball shape. I've just not had success. So this is as good as it's going to get today, and I you know, you can't win them all, I guess is the lesson. I would avoid making this shape if this were in production. I would be using SVG. I would be doing a lot of other different things. It's a lovely shape. It's like a flower. Maybe it's a, you know, who knows what flower it is. But I do not get to 100%, and I'm content uploading it like that. Thanks for watching, for whatever value it was. It's close-ish, right? Like, let's see the diff. Yeah, it's fun to be stymied. Let's say that. I actually kind of enjoy the challenge of it. I wish that I could get it to 100% with techniques that I feel like I understand and feel good about, and I just don't have it, unfortunately. So, you know, take with that whatever lessons you'd like to learn. You can take it away. Whether that's just that, you know, Joe gives up too easily. That's maybe an answer too. Anyway, have a good day. Go make a webpage and take care of yourself. Bye bye.